This is the face of a man primarily driven by adventure. Many called him the Steve Irwin of South Africa, from his motivations to his lifetime achievements, and then the tragic event that changed everything. Join us as we dive deep into the terrifying final moments of Dingo Dinkelman. Dingo could handle dangerous creatures like snakes and crocodiles with great ease. He had a passion for wildlife conservation that often brought him face to face with some of the most dangerous animals. Through his stories and educational videos on YouTube, he inspired millions of viewers around the world. One thing that always amazed his viewers? It was how he managed to stay calm with some of the world's deadliest animals, especially because he had a known allergy to snake venom. Considering he was a snake handler, this allergy posed a significant risk in his line of work. In the event of a snake bite, Dingo would face not only the toxic effects of the venom, but also severe and immediate allergic reactions to it.
Look me in the face before anyone sees. I'm highly allergic to all your mambas. So a snake like this would kill an adult human being in as little as 20 minutes, kill me within about a minute. What a magnificent snake. Coming in closer to the camera so you can see him.
From increased health risks to anaphylactic shock, the reactions would complicate the already dire situation further. A snake bite for someone like Dingo represented a dual threat: the immediate danger of venom toxicity and the potential for an acute allergic response. Dingo was well aware of these risks, but he didn't let it steer him away. He loved every second of it. But everything changed on the 30th of September 2024 when his luck ran out. So who was this man who devoted his life to nature? And what went horribly wrong on that fateful day? First things first, Dingo Dinkelman was a man of immense courage and determination who was not afraid to follow his passion. Dingo was born in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, a place celebrated for its incredible biodiversity and breathtaking landscapes. From an early age, he was captivated by wildlife. His parents have even recalled how he would gather reptiles and other animals to study them intently. Instead of playing games with boys his age, Dingo would rather choose to be around the animals. Dingo himself recalled one instance that changed the trajectory of his life. It was a day that could have traumatized him, but rather it instilled a passion for reptiles. This was one of the most memorable experiences he had as a child. It was an encounter with a snake during a family trip. He had noticed something moving in the grass. When he called his parents' attention to it, his father promptly used a coat hanger to lift the snake. To a young Dingo, it was a sign that these creatures were not to be feared. His father was a hero that day, and he wanted to be that hero to as many kids who needed one. That Christmas, his parents gave him his very first book about snakes. From that moment on, he dedicated hours to reading, watching, and absorbing whatever knowledge he could about the dangerous animals. After completing high school, Dingo committed himself fully to wildlife conservation. He started his career as a nature guide and reptile expert in local reserves. There, he quickly gained popularity for his charisma and willingness to work with dangerous creatures. Dingo truly found his purpose in educating others, especially children, and inspiring awareness about the importance of protecting nature, and in this case, misunderstood animals, as he liked to call them. Dingo became internationally known through his YouTube channel. On his platform, he showcased thrilling encounters with animals like crocodiles and venomous snakes. Captivated by his skill in making complex topics engaging and easy to understand, his channel drew millions of viewers. He also debunked myths about reptiles and highlighted the importance of these often misunderstood creatures in the ecosystem. Like we mentioned earlier, dedication to reptile conservation and his fearless approach with dangerous animals earned him the nickname the Steve Irwin of South Africa. Just like that, he started getting recognized by both local and international organizations for his efforts. Dingo wasn't done yet. He established Dingo's Animal Kingdom, a park in KwaZulu-Natal that serves as a sanctuary for some of the world's most endangered species. Dingo and his team envisioned a place where animals could thrive freely, while also helping people connect with these creatures in a natural setting. The park stands out for its interactive approach. By interactive, we mean hands-on sessions with reptiles and educational tours to promote understanding and reduce fear of these often feared animals. By fostering a commitment to conservation, Dingo and his team raised 750,000 South African rand in only 42 days. This support came from all over the world. What Dingo achieved here is truly remarkable. He provided a space for people of all ages to build meaningful connections with animals that are frequently seen as frightening or dangerous. But aren't they, though? Try as he might, but not everyone agrees that these are simply misunderstood creatures. His videos showcased his brave encounters with these lethal creatures. Who else would think of 5 nights in the 6-by-2-meter cage of death? Well, a handful of people, but Dingo actually did it. It was terrifying to watch him spend that amount of time with 6 deadly reptiles.
Out of nerves. It's pure nerves. This is not adrenaline. This is now nerves. We're going to have 6 mambas in here, and I'm going to be exhausted when it comes to the 6th mamba, or even the 5th or the 3rd or the 4th or whatever. When they come in here, I'm going to be more and more tired as the night goes on. Black mamba. We've got about just a few minutes to go until our live stream, and you can see Kobe hasn't relaxed at all. Look here. Whoa! I've actually never seen him this defensive before.
He considered this experience one of the toughest challenges in his life. As if we needed any more proof of his commitment to understanding reptiles and encouraging others to view these animals in a new light. Dingo constantly put himself in perilous situations, yet he faced each experience with caution and respect for the wildlife. Aware of the inherent dangers in his work, he remained resolute in his mission to promote the significance of conserving these animals. That day, September 30th, 2024, Dingo was part of an educational demonstration. This particular demonstration involved a mamba, one of the deadliest snakes in the world. Unfortunately, this demonstration took a turn for the worse. The snake bit him, and due to his known allergy to snake venom, he went into anaphylactic shock. His wife Kirsty was present like she always was during his adventures. In this case, she acted swiftly and rushed him to the hospital. To save his life, the doctors placed him in a medically induced coma. In the challenging days that followed, Kirsty shared, "I wish I had better news, but Dingo is still in the hospital, and his condition remains unchanged." She also added, "Thankfully, we managed to get him to the hospital in time. He is in the ICU on a ventilator and remains in a medically induced coma, with doctors keeping him heavily sedated to give him the best chance of recovery." Despite the medical team's best efforts, Dingo remained in a coma for 3 weeks. Throughout his hospital stay, Kirsty kept the community informed of his health through updates on their Facebook page. She also expressed deep gratitude for the immense support that they were receiving. In her own words, "We are praying and hoping for a miracle. He has fought so hard to stay with us, and we are incredibly thankful for the exceptional team of doctors and nurses caring for him." For 3 long weeks, Dingo lay in the hospital bed, unconscious and fighting for his life. Sadly, he passed away on Saturday, October 26, 2024. Dingo's life embodied a profound love for nature, encouraging both children to conquer their fear of snakes and adults to gain a newfound respect for wildlife. Dingo's passing is no doubt a great loss to his family and the conservation community. Thankfully, his legacy continues to inspire many, and his impact endures in the hearts of those he touched.